Hello and happy Friday. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Friday in this hot July weather. But happy Friday. We are here to gab about all things marketing news updates. So we're here to gab about the latest the latest Facebook additions, as well as TikTok organic changes to the marketing world. We'll dive into Facebook audio rooms and their new podcasting they're going to be rolling out. And lastly, we'll dive into TikTok marketing and how all the latest information and trends. How is this going to help you guys as small businesses to decide, is this platform relevant to me? Should I be spending my wheels and my time on it? As well as an additional piece that they're adding to that puzzle. So let's dive in, shall we? I'm gonna pull up my good old notes. I'm a note taker. So let's begin with Facebook audio rooms. So this was announced in June 21st, which, let's backtrack a little bit. If you guys remember, a couple months ago, Casey and I did a FriYAY on Clubhouse. And if you watched this or you went back and watched it later on, you will remember that Casey and I actually discussed how we believed that Facebook, being Facebook, and seeing the success of Clubhouse would eventually roll out their own audio type of significance to the app. Facebook likes to keep their customers, their clients, their followers, whatever you want to call them, on the Facebook platform. Sometimes meaning that they're going to take different aspects of other popular apps and put them to their own platform, which is really smart as a business. As a competitor, I can see how they'd be really annoying. As a user, I think it's awesome to be able to have all the different options on whether I want to utilize Clubhouse or, Facebook or another platform. But let's dive into a little bit about what are audio rooms and how do you participate, all of that kind of stuff. As usual with Facebook rolling out information, what we have is what we have. So no specific dates set or anything like that, but what is it? So it's a live audio room and they'll have different features. So basically think about Clubhouse, but on Facebook. So it'll start rolling out soon to just public figures and specific Facebook groups. They haven't said what is the specificity of the Facebook group. I would assume if they're rolling it out to specific speakers and celebrities and top politicians, that it would probably be Facebook groups surrounding that and eventually, hopefully, trickle out to nonprofits and businesses. But it is where they can create live audio rooms and select podcasters will also be available. Right now it's saying only the US. I really haven't seen anything yet about audio rooms personally, but let's dive into what they are and what you can look for and know how to use it. So speakers and other verified people will be able to host a live audio room and introduce new features for both experiences in the coming months. This will enable you to discover, listen in on, and join live conversations with public figures, experts on topics you're interested in. Public figures will be able to invite friends, followers, and verified public figures or any listeners in the room to be a speaker. So while we all might not be able to, be the host right away, we can participate, which at least is great, right? Sometimes Facebook has, oh, you have to hit 100 followers or 1,000 or 10,000. So it's really great to hear that the common person who doesn't even have that many friends or a business page will be able to participate in the conversation. Now this number throws me off a little bit as far as the speakers, because speakers is different than listeners, right? Listeners means any number of people can listen. But speakers, they're allowing up to 50 speakers. There's no limit of listeners, obviously. I feel like that should be a guarantee, but 50? I feel like 50 is such a large number. Too many people talking over each other, especially if you have like a specific conversation. So I'm really interested to see how many speakers hosts actually allow to speak. I mean, it's great that there's a really large number. It'd be terrible if we're like 3, but I don't know. I feel like 50 is such a large number for speakers, especially when you're in an audio-based platform. There's different ways to raise your hand, but still. But in public groups, both members and visitors can listen in the audio room, but private groups, only members can listen. So for those of you who have private Facebook groups or, you're worried about like certain aspects of your business, you can create private groups and be able to only have members that you're allowing access to be able to do that. Which makes sense, and that's great that they have that capacity. So even if I'm assuming they're even going to have it rolled out to be where if you want it to almost be like a meeting place too. So, okay. So hosts can select nonprofit or fundraisers to support during their conversation, and listeners and speakers can directly donate. So kind of similar to the aspect of during lives or Instagram or Facebook stories, the little donate button, you can click on it and donate, similar to that. So that's really great. iOS and Android users can discover live audio rooms to join from places like Newsfeed and via notifications. You can sign up to be reminded when a live audio room will be scheduled to go live. So this is similar if you currently have your reminders on for our lives, then you know. But you can set up reminders and little notifications to let you know when, companies like us go live, when other people you follow go live, and the same thing will be true for these audio rooms. So that way you'll be notified, because it is going to be like Clubhouse where it is live audio. It's not pre-recorded. That's the difference between an audio room and a podcast. A podcast is pre-recorded and edited versus audio rooms is live, just without the visual component. Audio versus live video feed. So you will be able to enable live captions, like raise your hand, which if you're familiar is a way for you to try and gain access to become a speaker, or for you to politely say like, I have something to say. This can be a request to join the conversation, use reactions to participate in real time. They have this interesting concept. I don't know if this is something that's popular on Clubhouse. If you know, please comment below. Casey, if you're watching, please let us know. But front row is a special section that highlights people who have set stars, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Hosts can recognize supports, maybe even give them a shout out during the conversation. Show support and appreciation to the host by sending stars, which bumps the listeners to the front row. I think they're trying to make it to where if there's 300 or 3,000 people listening, there's a way to get you to the front to be able to join the conversation. It allows, not verified or well-known people like myself to get to the front to be able to join in the conversation, right? Which is amazing you have access. But here's the thing, this whole stars thing. So what Facebook has said on here is that listeners can purchase star packs during the conversation and send them at any time. Purchase star packs. I wonder if maybe it's the more you participate, the more free stars you get. And then if you utilize all those, then you'd be able to then maybe you'd be able to buy more. But if you're I'm really curious, like, do you have to pay for them in general just so that you can get to the front of the line? Like, that seems a little unfair. I'm hoping that it's going to be the more active you are that you will be able to do that. But again, that's more so for these specific public figures. My guess is that once this rolls out for your businesses, which we will keep you guys updated, we don't have any updates on when they're going to roll out to businesses, business pages, or Facebook groups that aren't for public figures yet. But when we do know that information, we will definitely let you know. But I think this is going to be a great opportunity for anyone. I think it'd be a great opportunity for us, especially nonprofits, any kind of event you have coming that you want to promote, you want to have topics and debates and conversations. I think it's just another really great way to have people join in the conversation. And so I think that everyone should be starting to play with this on their own with those public figures so you can kind of get a feel for it, so that when they do roll it out for business pages, this will be something that you can utilize and you're already familiar with. So like I always say, play with it first. Whenever we have someone new to an app or a platform, I always say, make a personal account, play with it, get the feel for it, and then, work on your business aspect of it. But I think this will have a lot of really great opportunities for businesses, especially nonprofits, especially smaller businesses, once they start to roll this out, which again, we don't have a time frame for that, but we can definitely keep you guys updated. Let's talk really quickly about the podcasting aspect, which I'm very intrigued. I'm kind of surprised that they're just now rolling this out onto Facebook, because podcasting has been so big for so long. But this is going to be really, really big for those of you who have been wanting to start a podcast, and those who have a podcast and maybe it's on the smaller side, and I'll tell you why in a second. So podcasters, so anyone will be able to listen and actively browse through the Facebook and mini layer or full screen player. So if you're familiar with like Hulu, how if you're on the app and you exit out to go in the rest of it still has like a small in the corner. It'll be the same thing. So it won't exit you out of your podcast. You won't have to start back over. You won't have to keep the screen up like you would with YouTube. So you'll be able to toggle around and do other things, and still have the playback options. So you can listen to podcast creators on their Facebook pages as well as within the news feed. So it'll probably be where you're in your feed and it'll come up and be like, hey, this podcast, and you can click play. Kind of like a regular post, or you can go to their page and listen to the podcast. I'm interested to see how it looks physically on the pages, especially on the app versus computer platform. But you'll be able to do things like comment, bookmark, and share your podcasts. Looking ahead, they're working on something very interesting. This is what I'm really, really interested to learn more about, is their short form creative audio clips and audio tools they're going to be developing with creators to establish. What it sounds like to me is they're taking the aspect and the idea of Reels and TikToks and video and pictures, but they're doing something with audio. So you'll be able to put like small different audio clips together to publish and post them. Maybe you'll have graphics to go with it. I don't know. I'm so intrigued. I'm also really intrigued to see how the public reacts and see how many people jump on this new trend, because this is something new. We haven't seen this. I really haven't seen this anywhere else. Even TikTok doesn't do a short form audio clip. I mean, you can add your own audio into your videos, but I'm really, really intrigued. I think this will be a great new aspect of content for small businesses, especially if you want to give like really quick little live updates. I think I'm very, very, very excited to see more information on this. It was like a short, like little one-line description of what it is, so don't come at me. When I know more about it, I will. But, the head of the app said that the audio market is currently fundamentally fragmented. Every single platform is doing something specific, live audio component or podcast component. So that's why it was so important to get this on the app. But bringing it back, why is podcasting on Facebook going to be so important for small businesses and for those small starting out or about to starting out podcasts? Because Facebook will not be taking a cut of revenue, a percentage, anything until 2023. That's really big. That's going to hurt Apple. That's going to hurt Spotify, especially because some of the audio platforms, if you're small enough, you have to pay a monthly subscription until you hit a certain quota, and then they take a percentage of your earnings versus you paying. So for Facebook, allowing it to be a free platform for you to upload and promote your podcast is a really big deal, especially for small businesses, where every small amount of money really makes a difference. This is really big. This is something, if you've been wanting to start a podcast for a while, I would really encourage you to stay updated on all of their information. And hopefully this is really user-friendly, but that's a really big one. They are not taking, I repeat, they are not taking a cut on creators' revenue until 2023. So I'm assuming you would not have to have any kind of payment or anything like that. I'm assuming probably if you're doing like ads or something, then you would, but we'll keep you updated on that. Let's move along because I've been talking for 15 minutes about audio rooms and podcasting. Let's get into TikTok. Now, TikTok is controversial in general. Let's be honest. It's a very controversial topic amongst small businesses. Some small businesses are super gung-ho about it. Some are really unsure. I took probably 2 years to get on the platform, just even as a user. And once I did, I can tell you it truly has fantastic possibilities and potential for small businesses. This is really an authentic, like, it's not just saying like Instagram, like, oh, authenticity. It truly is the algorithm to make you go viral, to make you have good followers, to make you successful. You truly have to be authentic and give the viewership what they want. Otherwise, you will not be successful. It's also great because you're not having to pay your way to have those views. Like, if it's truly a low-end budget cost production, which is fantastic for small businesses, right? So TikTok not only has been defining what is culturally relevant these days, but what is commercially relevant as well. So for those of you who are retailers, please listen up. Brands who are connected authentically with their audience while promoting creators and promoting others to create along with them will see significant gains in their brand awareness and sales. Think about it. Coach, the brand, was basically dead the last couple of years. And all of a sudden, within the last 6 months, I'm seeing them everywhere. That doesn't happen for no reason, people. They jumped on the bandwagon. So 71% of people agree that the biggest trends start on TikTok. Most companies are now placing TikTok as the primary platform to create and promote while pushing content to other platforms. This is so true. If you are pushing your content first on TikTok and then to your other platforms, you really need to rethink your strategy. I think for each business, it's a little bit different. I think some businesses, it still makes sense to make Facebook your priority, some Instagram, but primarily, if you're really wanting to generate brand awareness and some good sales, I really suggest you hop on the TikTok train. I get it. I understand the controversy, but stay on top of it, people. We gotta sometimes do things we don't want to do in the best way possible. So 43% of TikTokers try something new or find or buy something after only seeing it one time on the app. 43%. That's really good. Normally on Instagram or Facebook, it takes 5 times for one person seeing something for them to then go buy it. For 43% of the population of the people on TikTok, which is like, I think like 8 billion people in the US alone, or in the world, sorry, math. That's really, really good. So companies like EOS, Gap, L'Oreal, Goldfish, and Coach have seen a large increase in sales or even sold out of products within days or weeks of their TikToks going viral of a trend. And these are not high production cost things. These are low production. Take a look at these companies' pages. These are not like high-end production commercial type of videos. These are in the moment. Their creative team is using their phones for the most part. So what should you be doing? You should really be relying on these community trends, setting trends, collaborating with other creators, but mostly promoting other creators to create alongside with you. Really showing those behind the scenes, having those authentic conversations, and just not being salesy, but really promoting other creators to create alongside with you is how you'll be able to expand and gain more viewership, cross-promotion, as well as sales. So for example, using trends. So first off, as always, jump on the app. I get it. Generational gap, not everyone's gonna wanna do it. Highly recommend it. Get on it, play with it for 2 weeks. You'll learn about the trends. You'll learn about what people really actually like, what they're following. You'll learn about the competition, see what people in your relevant business or field are doing, and be able to really get a feel for the app. And then that way you'll know, okay, this is kind of where I need to take my content. These are not long videos. These are 15-second to maybe 1 minute. They now have a 3-minute option, which is really cool, but these are primarily the ones that do the best are 15 seconds to 30 seconds. You can't tell me you don't have time to do a 15-second to a 30-second video. You can do it. I believe in you. But let's do this for an example. Lexus jumped on the Oh No trend. If you don't know, it's that song. It's been around since like I think the 80s, and it's been edited, updated each generation. And it's like, oh no, oh no, oh no. Lexus jumped on the bandwagon. They did an Oh No trend for automobile safety. The video had 12 million views and 1.7 million full video completions. Those are high numbers, people, and they took clips from some of their old marketing and were able to create this. Clinique has jumped on the bandwagon. They've created a trend called Zit Happens, and really just utilizing the factor of everyday people, everyone has skin. No, it doesn't look perfect. No, we don't look like, their models that they're using, because those are like 0.003% of the world. And really empowering customers to create using their products and tagging them in it. The misconception is that this is a Gen Z platform. That is not true whatsoever. Companies who put in the time for this platform have seen a drastic uptick in sales on their products. Engaging in co-creating, focusing on what is the core idea of what you want to get across. Again, these are low production cost things that you can use your phone. I think the conception is a lot of times it's like, oh, I can't compete with these big companies because they have money to push it out more and they have money for production. That is what's great about TikTok. If you are on a budget, I suggest you do TikTok because you are equally competing with these big companies financially, etc. The only thing that's going to be different is the time you put into creating these videos. But I could go on and on and on about all the stuff that I learned from the conference the other day, but there's one final thing that I think is so interesting that is new, and I'm really interested to get all of you small businesses' opinions on this, or medium-sized businesses, but especially for those who are looking for entry level, or you have kids graduating from college. I'm really interested to hear everyone's opinions on this. At first I was like, no, but now I'm like, I can see the true benefit in this. TikTok resumes. So we already know that TikTok has really redefined the entertainment space, from everything from sports to fashion to music, lifestyle, work, culture, etc. They are now going to be redefining how we give out resumes and how we take them. So that with the rise of career-related creative jobs, as well as people talking about the recruitment process, COVID changing, our workplace habits, TikTok is really jumping on this bandwagon and creating easy-to-use built-in creation tools to do video resumes. How do we feel about that? I think a lot of people at first are like, oh, whatever, oh, that doesn't make sense. But I feel like it's more personable. I feel like it's a lot easier to get to know someone and also show their abilities, especially if you're a creator, than if you use a piece of paper, read it. It's like, no. I'd rather have a 30-second video of someone going, this is who I am, I can do da-da-da-da-da-da-da, now read my resume. I'm getting to know the person, I'm getting to know the personality, and I'm getting to hear their voice, which, again, picture and audio just makes such a big difference, and then I can read their resume and see all the great things. These are the companies who are actually participating and partnering with TikTok to start this hiring process through video resumes. Chipotle, Target, WWE, Alo Yoga, Shopify, Contra, Movers and Shakers, and a lot more. So I guess this is the new trend, is a video resume. So if you've got a video resume, let us know in the comments below. If you're here for it, let me know. But you can follow it through the hashtag TikTok resumes, or you can go to tiktokresumes.com to learn more. There's also really great career-related, job-related content they are sharing through there. They're filtering through hashtag career talk, which is a lot of career insight and help on there as well. So that's it. I've talked and talked and talked 25 minutes, but it was all crucial information and updates that I think everyone needed to know. I'm really excited about this Facebook audio rooms. I know Casey is. Casey really jumped on the bandwagon with Clubhouse. I think it's going to be really great for small businesses. Podcasting, again, I think that's going to be a really great addition. I'm really surprised it's taken this long to get podcasting on Facebook, but I'm really excited about all those possibilities. I think TikTok I get it's controversial, but there is so much potential for small businesses there. As someone who's a creator, as someone who works with small businesses and small budgets, I'm telling you, this is the place to put your time and put your energy, and I see it helping so much. So think about it. Let us know your thoughts. If you have any questions, please comment below or DM us or shoot us an email. We are happy to answer any questions or talk anything about it at all. But stay tuned for upcoming FriYAYs. I will plug, we do have a very exciting anniversary coming up. It is our 100th episode FriYAY. Yay! We will be doing something very, very special and very, very big for that. So if you are interested, stay tuned. Look at our social media. We'll be rolling out more information on that soon. August is a big month for Create Captivate. We've got lots of work anniversaries and fun things coming up. We just won silver for Coastal Virginia Magazine, so go take a look at that. But if you ever have any marketing questions, needs, always hit us up, comment on any of our social media. We're always looking to help you guys, always looking to help educate and answer all of those questions. If you have any other ones, take a look at our TikTok. We've got lots of helpful videos on there. Instagram, we've got lots of little helpful tips and tricks. And stay tuned for more FriYAYs from other team members. Bye, guys.